And if you want to track showers in real time, you can do so on the WFSP weather app, also free and a great resource on days like today. Dreary outside, raw and rainy. First Alert Live radar zoomed in right now on the northwestern part of our state. We have showers falling up the Route 7 corridor from Kent to Cornwall to Canaan. These showers spreading slowly to the east. So expect to see some showers in Heartland, Barkhamsted soon, crossing the Route 8 corridor, with showers developing right now in Torrington, Harwinton, and as far south at this point in time as Plymouth, making their way toward Bristol. It's this band of showers that we're watching cross Connecticut right now to our north. Take a look, some flakes flying across parts of northern New Hampshire and into Maine. There was actually some accumulating snow in parts of Maine. Eustis, Maine, recording about 4 inches earlier today. So it's that season. It's that time of year. Now, this evening across Connecticut, what we're expecting is temperatures to drop gradually at first due to the cloud cover. But as skies clear, we start to see temperatures fall a bit more quickly. And we settle tomorrow morning in the 30s statewide. Jackets necessary at the bus stop. Certainly feeling a bit different outside than how we ended last week. Recess will still be outdoors, but we only recover to the mid-40s by the middle of the day, and we'll end the day a little bit warmer than that in the 50s. The trick-or-treat forecast, while dry, chilly, 40 to 47 degrees. Sunset tomorrow, 5:46 p.m. Really solid weather when it comes to trick-or-treating, if not just a little bit chilly. You may want to plan a jacket in your costume. And of course, this follows the trend of something that we've seen for the last several months, where the majority of our rain fell on the weekend and into the start of this week. We picked up over a ½ inch of rain yesterday, waiting on those final totals today. While we are dry tomorrow, if not a bit chilly, we are watching a couple of things here. There will be an area of low pressure out over the Great Lakes. At the same time tomorrow, we'll see a developing area of low pressure off of the coast. By Wednesday morning, this coastal low has been trending to be a bit farther out to sea, but this decaying area of low pressure will move through. That will shift our wind to be out of the north, pulling in cooler air for Wednesday afternoon. And as that decaying low moves through, we actually see the risk for some rain and snow showers. Now, any of these flakes that get mixed in will be falling during the peak heating time of the day, and they'll be mostly across the higher elevations. That's been a common sign across most of our model suites, and we expect that to be the case. And we don't really expect any impacts, but don't be surprised if you do see a few flakes mixed into the showers on Wednesday, and those will be spotty in coverage. By Thursday morning, though, we're giving you the first alert that our first hard freeze could be possible. And while we are starting to see most of the state peak in foliage, well, the northwestern corner beginning to be past peak. On the first alert 7-day forecast, there's our first alert tag for Thursday. Notice we do not have one for Wednesday because we just don't really expect much of an impact from these showers. By Friday, we gradually start to warm things up. Saturday, 59 at the shoreline, 60 inland. 60 inland again on Sunday, 62 at the shoreline with increasing clouds. And Kara, we do expect a mix of sun and clouds as we kick off next week, but for now, we're expecting dry weather.